Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope all are you fine by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am also fine by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is Abdul Mabud, senior teacher of Milestone School and College, Sector 4. Today we will learn Islam and Moral Education, Class 7, Chapter 3, Lesson 9, Sura Lahab, page number 70 to 71. So, your CW will be 7. So, we are passing a critical moment. So, you should pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as Allah save us. So, let's start today's topic. Surah Al-Lahab. Surah Lahab was revealed in the city of Makkah. It is holy city of Makkah. It has only 5 verses. The character of Makki Surah, this surah is very short and the ayat is also very short. So it has only 5 verses. In this surah, the character of Abu Lahab and his fate has been described. The character of Abu Lahab and his fate means his bad side has been described. So it has been named as Surah Al-Lahab. And the serial number of this surah is 111th. 111 number surah. So we could learn the introduction of Surah Lahab. Now we will learn the background of this surah, in which situation this surah was revealed. Now, one day Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam climbed up the Safa mountain and invited the Quraysh people. There are many mountains beside the Makkah, and Safa is one of them. So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam climbed up the Safa mountain and called or invited all people of Quraysh. Then Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, in those days, the Arab people were used to call when there was any dangers to come. They didn't call anyone without in dangerous situation. When they faced any dangerous situation, they climbed up in mountain and then they called every people. So they thought that the bad situation, the dangerous situation will come, and everybody gathered at the hill of mountain or foot of mountain to listen to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet asked them, would you believe me if I say that a group of enemies from the other side of this mountain is waiting or coming towards you, and they might attack you at any time? Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, would you believe me if I say you there is a group of enemy who are waiting to attack you anytime, or they can attack you? Would you believe me? As Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was called Alamin, everyone replied together, yes, we will certainly believe, because you are very truthful person. You are called because you are very truthful person, and you are called Al-Amin, so we can believe you. So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said again, I am warning you against a severe punishment. That is, you acknowledge that there is no God but Allah, and you give up worshipping the idols. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam warning them that you have to believe in La ilaha illallah, the Arabic sentence. That means there is no God but Allah, and you have to give up all idols, all lord, all God. If we don't believe it, you will face severe punishment. Prophet ﷺ warned them. Then Prophet ﷺ said them, will you believe this? As I am Alamin, as I am truthful person for you, will you believe this? But hearing this invitation, Abu Lahab, who was the uncle of Prophet Muhammad, paternal uncle, he became very angry. Abu Lahab said loudly, may you be destroyed. Destruction for you. Have you gathered us for saying this? He became angry. And he said, have you gathered us for saying this? Afterwards, Abu Lahab was about to hurt him. He was about to, even he about to beat him. He about to kill him. In this situation, this surah was revealed. This surah was revealed in this situation. So, let's know the translation of this surah. The first ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and merciful. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab. Praise to the two hands of Abu Lahab, and he himself is praised. That means destruction, destroyed with the two hands of Abu Lahab, and he destroyed, and he himself is destroyed. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cursed the Abu Lahab for this behavior. He about to hurt Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He about to kill Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. For this reason, Allah cursed him. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ma aghna anhu maluhu wa ma kasab. The wealth and what he earned all went in vain. That means the wealth and whatever he earned, that is usefulness. In the dangerous situation, this wealth and this money will not help him. The next ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Sayasla naran zata lahab. Soon he will enter into a blazing fire. So, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, after few times, he can see practically the blazing fire. Next ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَأَمْرَأَتُهُ حَمَّالَةَ الْحَطَبِ. And his wife too, who indulged him. His wife Jamil, the name of his wife Jamila, he also indulged him, he inspired him to harm Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and to harm invitation of Islam. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also said his wife also will be destroyed. There will be a twisted rope around her neck. Around her means around wife of Abu Lahab. It is his punishment in Akhirat. A rope will be twisted around her neck. So we learned the translation of Surah Lahab. Now we will learn some explanation of Surah Lahab. Abu Lahab was the enemy of Islam And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he all time tried to harm Islam. He all time tried to harm Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was enemy of Islam. He always used to harm to Islam. In this surah, his miserable fate is described. His ill fate is described in this surah. Abu Lahab was the paternal uncle of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was the owner of vast wealth. He was owner of vast wealth. But even all these things were of no use to him. It was useless. Because after death or in worldly life also, when he will face punishment by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the wealth and the money cannot save him. It was useless. Rather, he was praised. That means he was destroyed in this world, and he will suffer the punishment in Akhirat. Like him, his wife was also the enemy of Islam. She also used to hurt Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She used to put thorns on his way. Whenever Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam wanted to go, Jamila, the wife of Abu Lahab, used to put thorns. He used to put thorns, and Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam got pain. And he was very worried about this. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, she will be faced punishment by the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah also cursed her, and she will suffer painful punishment in Akhirat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also cursed her. So we learned the explanation of this surah, and what could we understand, what could we learn from this surah, we will know now. To go against Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Islam are both dangerous. In that time, in present time, also many people are trying to harm Islam and Muslim Ummah. So, this is also dangerous for them. Both are dangerous for them in present time too. Allah will destroy them in worldly life. Also, Allah will punish in hereafter. It is the declaration of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As a result, both this world and Akhirat will certainly be destroyed. As a result, everything will be destroyed, both worldly life and also Akhirat. But none of the worldly things, honor, can save these enemies of Islam from the destruction. No one can save. The honor, the money, the wealth, I am magister, I am doctor, I am engineer, I have many wealth, I have 2 flats, 6 flats, I have land in Dhaka city, I have many industry. No, nothing can be saved them. If we become the enemy of Islam, Allah will punish us in worldly life and also in hereafter. So this is the learning point of this surah, Surah Lahab. So your HW will be right explanation of Surah Lahab. It will be your HW number 7, and you should write it very carefully. May Allah save you. Stay home and pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and seek mercy and seek forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.